2, 1. And now let's do the ASEAN way. Right hand over the left. Allow me to count once again in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Excellencies. You may kindly take your seats.
ASEAN to weather challenges, minimize impact on our people, and continue to grow sustainably. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning. Distinguished ASEAN colleagues, Secretary General ASEAN, before we begin, on behalf of government and people of Malaysia, I'd like to warmly welcome all of our colleagues and delegates to Kuala Lumpur. And once again, our heartiest congratulations to our brother, Dr. Vivian, for winning the election recently, and welcome back to ASEAN family. It is our distinct honor to host you in our beloved capital on the occasion of the 46th ASEAN Summit. The last time we gathered on Malaysian soil for ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting, it was on the shore of Langkawi. It was there that we envisioned the path that lies ahead for ASEAN community, a path that, while not free of challenges, promises great opportunity and growth, so long as we work together. Let us briefly revisit that discussion. At that time, I cautioned that superpower competition and resulting shift in the global order have the potential to disrupt our region's landscape. Fast forward today, and ASEAN nations are among those most heavily affected by the US imposed tariff. The US-China trade war is dramatically disrupting production and trade patterns worldwide. Global economic slowdown is likely to happen. On top of that, we are also grappling with the accelerating impacts of climate change and technological disruption. Around the world, temperatures and sea levels are rising, and artificial intelligence is evolving faster than any government is responding. Excellencies, these issues are expected to hit Southeast Asia particularly hard. The low-lying countries of our region are exposed to rising sea levels. Our already warm climate may see an increase in extreme weather events and overwhelm public health infrastructure and temperature continue to climb. And our populations who enjoy high internet penetration rates are vulnerable to malevolent use of AI and other unregulated disruptive technology. It is therefore with great urgency that I remind you all of the great need for us to approach the issues on the horizon as a collective. We must take an active role in weathering the turbulence of the coming years. We must seize this moment to deepen regional economic integration so that we can better shield our region from external shocks. As we advance our community building efforts, we must confront the reality that reducing the income disparities within ASEAN must be viewed as a priority. Therefore, aside from increasing the volume of trade within our region, we must also continue to enhance the mechanisms that facilitate intra-ASEAN trade. By tailoring them to our member states' unique strengths, we can address uneven economic growth within this grouping. Diversifying our partnerships will also empower us to handle future shocks that come from external economic factors. We must respond to the potential fallout from global trade disruptions together. With cohesion and solidarity and strategic autonomy as one ASEAN community. This collective effort will enable ASEAN to weather challenges, minimize impact on our people, and continue to grow sustainably with a future-proof mindset. Excellencies, ASEAN encompasses a region where geopolitical ambitions as well as economic and security interests intersect. External pressures are rising, and the scope of challenges has never had higher stakes. ASEAN centrality is our compass as we engage the world and navigate the complexities of our external relations. We must remain the driver of our regional architecture. Only ASEAN speaks for Southeast Asia. This centrality will continue to be tested. It is therefore crucial that we reinforce the ties that bind us so as to not unravel under external pressures. For ASEAN, unity is now more important than ever. As the world becomes more polarized, ASEAN must offer a different path. We must continue to promote a model grounded in dialogue, cooperation, and multilateralism. We must think seriously about how we can constructively and positively contribute to global developments and evolution. This includes speaking out firmly as one voice on issues of peace, justice, equality, humanity, and international law. Excellencies, crises around the world continue unabated. The total siege of Gaza by the Israel forces is causing mass starvations and death. The atrocities committed against the Palestinian people continue to reflect indifference and double standards. They are a direct result of erosion of sanctity and of international law. ASEAN cannot remain silent. We have a voice in world affairs, and we must use our voice to speak up for the oppressed and offer solutions grounded in principles and international law. At the regional level, we have asserted and demonstrated our proactiveness. ASEAN took swift and immediate action following the tragic earthquake that struck parts of Myanmar and Thailand. Our quick response is a reflection of a spirit of compassion, solidarity, and humanity that inspired the founding of ASEAN itself. It is also a testament to the unwavering commitment of ASEAN family to support Myanmar in this time of adversity. We call on the stakeholders in Myanmar to cease hostilities and to extend and expand the ceasefire to facilitate the long and difficult path towards recovery and ease the suffering of the people of Myanmar. This tragedy has reminded us that crises do not recognize borders. Natural disasters are much like the global challenges we face today. They demand collective resolve and solidarity. That same spirit must now guide us as we confront the challenges within and beyond the region, uncertainties of the present and of the future. Excellencies, Malaysia's ASEAN theme of inclusivity and sustainability is not merely a slogan, it is a strategic moral proposition. It speaks not only to our aspirations, but to our obligations. It is anchored in the conviction that ASEAN's future must be built on the twin pillars of equitable growth and enduring resilience. Inclusivity calls on us to narrow development divides, empower our people, and ensure that no member state, community, or segment of society is left behind. This means advancing economic integration in a way that is truly people-centered, where prosperity is shared and growth is broad-based. Meanwhile, sustainability reminds us of our duty to future generations. As we grapple with climate change, food and water insecurity, and technological disruption, we must be visionary. The values of inclusivity and sustainability must be embedded in the fabric of ASEAN's future, with ASEAN centrality and unity at the core. Excellencies, tomorrow our leaders are scheduled to adopt the ASEAN 2045, Our Shared Future, which lays the foundation for ASEAN for the next 2 decades. This is not merely a ceremonial marker. It is the birth of collective endeavors for the future, reaffirming our shared commitment to a secure, peaceful, resilient, and people-centered ASEAN. The ASEAN Community Vision 2045 presents a bold ambition to make ASEAN a resilient, innovative, and people-oriented community, deeply integrated economically, socially cohesive, and globally respected. The 46th ASEAN Summit allows us to situate these values at the heart of ASEAN trajectory as we look towards the realization of ASEAN Community Vision 2045. The success of this vision begins with us laying the groundwork today. The foundations we build now will determine whether that vision becomes a reality or remains as aspiration. Let us face the future not as individual nations charting separate paths, but as one community anchored in mutual respect and shared goals. Our strength has always come from our diversity and the conviction that differences are not divisions. Rather, they are building blocks for bridges to greater understanding and appreciation on how our individual and collective characteristics contribute to enrich ASEAN and the ASEAN community. The world is watching, but more importantly, our people are depending on us. Let us move forward with clarity, unity, and purpose. The future of ASEAN depends on choices we make today. Malaysia will spare no effort to ensure that our chairmanship advance this shared vision. I look forward to fruitful and meaningful deliberation ahead. Thank you. We now come to the end of our open session. I invite the members of the media to leave the room, and so we may proceed with the closed session of our meeting. Thank you very much.